Hey, this is my video for my outline of my informative and persuasive speech. For my informative speech, I will be covering the topic of my career, which is teaching. For my persuasive speech, I will be covering bullying and its effects on elementary students. Um, for my informative speech, my target audience is high school students. For my persuasive speech, my audience is parents of elementary students and elementary age students themselves. What they already know about this, for my informative speech over teaching, my high school students, they've been in school themselves, they have an understanding of what teaching looks like, how that affects them, and what teaching can look like. For my persuasive speech, parents already know the definition of bullying, and the students themselves hopefully have not experienced bullying but may have examples of bullying that they know or have seen or have unfortunately experienced. For my situation where I would be giving this speech, for my informative speech, which is the teaching my career, I would be doing this at a job fair or convention. Um, and then for my persuasive, I would be doing this at an event called Teachers Teach Teachers. It's a mouthful. Um, it would be where like peers they teach each other, other teachers um, can talk about like bullying and teach teachers how to watch out for the signs, stuff like that. All right, for my informative speech, I chose my career, which is teaching. For my persuasive speech, I chose my social problem is bullying. My topic for my informative speech is um, teaching. Like I said, using my gift of interacting with small children, I have a passion for sharing God's word. I want to use that to teach. And so, my general goal for teaching is for the teaching speech is to inform my audience about my passion for sharing the gospel and teaching kids. My specific goal is a teaching job. Um, I would like to explain the pay, the like outcome and effects, impacts it has, and how I can honor God through teaching. My thesis for this is if you have a passion for sharing the word and interacting well with kids and value job security, then teaching is more than likely for you. I believe it's a way to honor God um, and impact the world. For my persuasive speech, like I said, I chose my social problem was bullying. My topic is bullying and its effects on elementary age children. My general goal is to warn children and their caretakers of the dangers and signs of bullying. My specific goal is I want to persuade my audience to familiarize themselves with the signs of bullying and ways to prevent bullying. My thesis for this is bullying in elementary school is a current issue and can be helped. Within within listing or with instilling God's words into children from a young age, they will be more inclined to not bully. Um, for my informative speech geared towards teaching, I chose this career because, as I said previously, I have a passion for working with children and for sharing the gospel. The Lord has impacted my life tremendously. I am much better, much happier living and walking with Jesus daily. And I would like to share that starting with young children and getting to plant that seed. I believe that the God valued quality a person could share from this is the fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self control. I believe this speech could benefit my classmates in a way that if, say, they're on the fence about what their career could be, I could persuade them into teaching or something along the lines. That's how it could benefit my classmates. For my persuasive, I chose bullying as my social problem because in elementary school I was always worried that I was going to be bullied. I was not of um, more fortunate circumstances as a child, and so I was always in fear of if people would notice that my clothes were not as nice, or if people would notice the gap in my teeth because I couldn't afford braces as a child. Um, my God valued outcome, um, purpose, solution to the problem is, like I said, instilling the word and like teaching that, I believe will produce kindness and just helps you question your integrity, um, as in doing the right thing when no one else is looking. How can my speech benefit my classmates? I believe it can promote kindness. And that is my outline for my informative and persuasive speech. Thank you so much.